r/askreddit. Which black and white movies are absolutely worth watching? 12 Angry Men, 1957. Gaslight, Ingrid Bergman version. To Kill a Mockingbird. Arsenic and Old Lace. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Seven Samurai, original 1954 version. Roman Holiday and Bringing Up Baby. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. The Artist. Casablanca. The Maltese Falcon. To Have and Have Not. The Night of the Hunter. Anything from Akira Kurosawa. Modern Time from Charlie Chaplin. Duck Soup, 1933. I'm surprised I haven't seen someone comment it yet. The Women. And it has this amazing and bizarre fashion show sequence which is the only scene in color. I love it. A Streetcar Named Desire. Psycho. A lot of it is clearly genre defining, that's been done a lot since, but you can see the origin of everything, and that last scene is still creepy as heck. It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, I love old movies, so this is my time to shine. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is insanely gripping and entertaining. It's about a terrifyingly dysfunctional alcoholic husband and wife, who are actually played by a real-life terrifyingly dysfunctional alcoholic husband and wife, Richard Burton and Liz Taylor. 12 Angry Men takes place entirely within a jury deliberation room. There's not a single but of physical action, but it's never boring for a second. A Streetcar Named Desire stars young Marlon Brando. Enough said. Rash Omen is a fascinating film about the nature of truth. Seven Samurai and Tokyo Story are by the same director. Duck Soup and Horse Feathers are my two favorite Marx Brothers classics. The Marx Brothers are just so anarchic and hilarious, and they mix physical and cerebral comedy in a way that's quite unusual, so there are both lowbrow and sophisticated jokes. Raging Bull is more modern than most of the films on this list, and the lack of color is a stylistic choice. It's brutal, unflinching, and deeply upsetting. Rumblefish is another stylistic black and white film from the 80s. The Night of the Hunter and Cape Fear both star Robert Mitchum as the villain. He does sinister and slimy like nobody else. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari is a bit of a schlep in my opinion, but it's a very important film and is considered to be the first ever horror movie. Similarly, Freaks is a horror film starring real circus freaks. Cleo from 5 to 7 is a beautifully shot, visually stunning French film about a singer waiting for the results of a biopsy and trying to distract herself by wandering around Paris. Two other good French New Wave films are Casque d'Or and The 400 Blows. Bicycle Thieves is a simple and gritty Italian drama about a father trying to make ends meet, and is considered to be one of the greatest Italian films. Schindler's List is one of those films that everyone should see once, but anyone who watches it twice is a psychopath. Who's That Knocking at My Door is Scorsese's first feature film, an exploration of sexuality and Catholic guilt. It's very much a prototype for Mean Streets. Psycho might be a little predictable now, but it was groundbreaking in its time. Victim is an incredibly important film, the first British film to portray homosexuals in a sympathetic light. A similar German short film is different from the others. Death in Venice is haunting and features a morally ambiguous protagonist. Scarface was remade in the 80s. Young Frankenstein is a horror comedy that doesn't take itself too seriously. The Kid is a silent Charlie Chaplin classic. The Elephant Man is genuinely heartbreaking. Hope this list helps. I love The Children's Hour starring Audrey Hepburn. It was very controversial for the time and absolutely worth the watch. Night of the Living Dead. It's a Wonderful Life. It Happened One Night. All Quiet on the Western Front. Schindler's List, you have to watch it once. Young Frankenstein. Clerks. Young Frankenstein. Arsenic and Old Lace. Maltese Falcon. Dracula 1931. I was actually surprised by how good this movie is. It's only a little cheesy and actually still quite entertaining for modern audiences. Clerks, Casablanca, The Maltese Falcon. Hi. Night of the Living Dead. All of the Universal monster movies. A Night at the Opera, starring the Marx Brothers. Pleasantville. That should count, right? And Then There Were None, 1945. Gaslight. To Kill a Mockingbird. The Third Man. Citizen Kane. So many more. Rebecca. It's Alfred Hitchcock. Miracle on 34th Street. With Natalie Wood as Susan. Seven Samurai is a shockingly great film. To Kill a Mockingbird. The Thin Man movie series. His Girl Friday. Young Frankenstein. All Quiet on the Western Front. The Elephant Man, 1980. Gojira, 1954. Sin City, 2005. Nosferatu, 1922. All About Eve, 1950. Stage Door, 1937. Mildred Pierce, 1945. Captain Blood, 1935. His Girl Friday, 1940. Keeper of the Flame, 1943. Sabrina, 1945. La Strata, 1945. Rashomon, 1950. Jimmy T. Jules, 1962. I Met My Love Again, 1938. Metropolis. Old but really great. Failsafe. Probably the best psychological thriller I have ever seen.